real quick on the injury front here. So 87 has an ankle. He's going to go to IR. I'm sure you guys saw that. 50 has a knee, so we'll see how the week goes. The quarterback has a foot. We'll see how the week goes. 0, you saw, was on a pitch count, but he came out okay. He was kind of right around the amount of plays that we wanted him to get. 76 was on a pitch count. He came out okay, kind of right where we thought he would be. 63, obviously, Evan missed the game. He's doing better today, so we'll see how the week goes. 16 is doing better. We'll see how the week goes with him, and 56 is doing better. So that's a long list there, but we'll see how the week goes with those guys. Obviously disappointed about the game. Talked to the team today about it, showed them, the things that we needed to show and correct them. I expect the right response. They had a good response today, as good as you can have with losing a game like that. But they were down in the dumps a little bit, but then we got on to business, got the things corrected, and now we got to move on here and go play a really good football team in Indy. So with that, what do we got?
Do you expect to have a designation to return?
He's going to miss the year.
Coach, you talked about the clock ticking on everybody last night after the game. How short is the leash right now for Drew Petzing or anybody for that matter?
Oh, well, I believe in everyone we got in that locker room and the team, so he's got to continue to do a better job.
There was some video circulating of you kind of getting in Amari's face and maybe some contact and stuff like that. I was just wondering what you thought of that video, what happened. Like, it was kind of grainy, we didn't really see it.
I didn't see the video, David, but yeah, I actually I woke up this morning and didn't feel great about it, honestly. And so in the team meeting, I addressed it. I apologized to Amari, apologized to the team, and I just told him I kind of let the moment of what happened get the better of me there. Obviously, like I try to be emotionally stable and calm because my job is to solve problems when during a game and kind of lead the charge on that. So it's not really who I am, who I want to be, and I told the guys that today. So it's a mistake by me, and it's just like everybody in there. Everybody made some type of mistake yesterday, which is, culminates to why we didn't win the game. And we can't let it happen moving forward.
Will Amari face any sort of punishment or repercussion for that play on the goal line?
No.
Coach, with that kind of a loss, how do you pull guys back together and get them going?
Yeah, they'll get going. That's a good question, Craig. I truly believe in the people that we got in the locker room. I really do. The coaches, the players. We'll stick together. We've been through adversity at different points of our time here, I guess. I guess this is kind of a new year, obviously, but, just the last couple games here, they haven't gone our way, and there's a lot of reasons why that has happened. But we got the right leaders in the locker room. The players will rally around doing the right things, team over you, urgency to get better, and that's what we'll do. So if we didn't have the right people in the locker room, I would be on red alert, to be honest with you right now. Just being from experience of being in the NFL, you can see this go bad a lot of times. I'm not worried about it.
As you were watching the film, did you come to any whys as the things or details were missing in the second half, or things were just
Cam. Execution for 60 minutes. You know what I mean? That's what we got to do, and we got to play a full game better. And everyone made mistakes. And we all own that today. Myself, the coordinators, the position coaches, the players. You know what I mean? So we take the arrow in the forehead and learn and move on.
What type of meeting is that, JT? Are you proud of the way the team responded in that meeting today when everybody takes accountability?
Yeah, I am. No one had their heads down. They're all eager and they want to improve. Everybody wants to win. But there's some things we need to obviously get corrected. When I bring it to our team's attention, things that I point out just as a whole, when you bring it to their attention, they typically can get them fixed. So that's what we'll be working on. But they had the right mentality today.
We saw this week the Colts essentially benched A.D. Mitchell after a similar play last week. Why did you feel like that was not the correct thing to do with Amari after his moment?
Just the best thing for the team.
You went back and reviewed the last possession, the third down play on 3rd and 8, I believe. Did you have any second thoughts about the play calling on that play?
Yeah, I talked to Drew about it. I think we got to put our guys in a little bit better spot there. We were expecting one thing. They didn't give it to us. I could have used the time out there. That's something I could have did a little bit better because I know he didn't really love the call either. So it's something that we talked about, and we got to put our guys in better spots.
How does that happen where you and Drew both not loving the call, but it still goes forward?
There's a clock ticking to that. That's a good question, Teo. And there's an element of time. And at that point in time, do you want to use a time out there or not? I just decided not, but it's a learning experience for myself.
I'm guessing Kyler has a line of scrimmage offense that he could check out too. That didn't happen either, apparently.
Not that one.
You always say that you know what's being called. Can you, as a head coach, you can override Drew if you wanted to? Is that?
Yeah, I
is
would
that-
never override Drew because he's the offensive play caller.
Would you like to see your quarterback with the ball in his hands on that 3rd and 8 there?
Yeah, that's what we talked about, probably.
Did Kyler's foot injury, when he came back from it, did it kind of prevent him from making plays with his feet?
You could tell. You can ask him. I know he didn't feel great. So we talked about that on the sideline when he came into the game. A couple things that we had to stay out of. But I thought he functioned after he came in.
Did you get an explanation for what happened on the fumble off of his face?
Yeah, we're on the wrong snap count there.
With that kind of procedural stuff, whether it's that or false starts or miscommunications with the offensive line, are those things on players or coaching?
Details of coaching, in my opinion.
So if that stuff is on coaching, then why do you feel like the offensive coaching has been good enough?
Well, I think I have to do a better job. Make sure I'm demanding it to get it done right. Everything that goes on that field is my responsibility, so I'm never going to pass blame to anybody else. It's my fault.
With the Rabbit interception that obviously ended up as a touchdown, were you thinking at all that perhaps it'd be called an incomplete pass? And
I asked them. That's an automatic review because the takeaway, and I asked them, because you can't challenge that. Did he have possession of it? Obviously, kind of a, unlucky bounce, unlucky play for us, but we had chances to get on it. We got to do a better job getting on it.
I know that you would not make an excuse, but go back to the Amari thing, because normally, to your point, whenever the broadcast shows you on the sideline, like super stoic, is that moment kind of exemplary of frustrations of the same things game after game?
Yeah, I just thought it was a big play in the game that needs to be executed. I've seen us do that before, execute those things, and we hold our hat on standard operating procedures about the ball. I just would have liked to see it execute a little bit better there.
You said earlier that in team meetings on Mondays, you kind of go over the issues from Sunday, and you point out mistakes and corrections, and they're made during the week. But if these mistakes keep happening week after week, how
Well,
come
they're
not
different
right?
mistakes, you know what I mean? So I show them today, I showed them a game review of all 3 phases in chronological order. I kind of have a rhythm and a cadence of what I show them on Mondays, but I got some wiggle room. And today I showed them chronological order, all 3 phases, every opportunity that a couple plays here and there that we could have made on all 3 phases that we come out with a win. And then point out why those things are happening and what we need to do to correct them.
On the mistimed snap play, would you like to see Kyler jump on that ball, or do you want your quarterback to stay out of that?
No, he should jump on the ball. I thought he tried to jump on the ball there.
Yeah, second right there.
Well, hit him in the head, and I think he lost it.
It looked like John Gaines stood up. Was that
He was tapping and pointing the protection. He wasn't ready for the ball to be snapped either.
Elijah Higgins talked about carrying the mantle with Tip being down. Just how much confidence you have in that tight end's room to fill in?
A lot. That's a big loss, you know what I mean? But you got to overcome it. Full confidence in obviously Trey and Elijah. And then Travis came in, and he's been playing extremely well on 4th down. and he'll come in and do a good job for us. So definitely got to pick up the slack, But it's we've had guys go out of the lineup here. It's a tough loss.
How did Will look to you?
Pretty good, pretty good. First time back in action after about a year, First time playing in a real game. Coming back off an injury as severe as that one. I was glad he came out okay. He's got to get his sea legs back, he'll tell you that, but it was good to see him out there.
Will there be a pitch count for him?
We'll see how the week goes.
Coach, that injury list you had at the beginning here, that's pretty long. It's the longest I can remember on a Monday from you. How
Mhm.
tough is that to get started on a week against the Colts with that list?
Yeah, just got to figure it out, and we'll see. We've got a lot of time, you know what I mean? So Sunday's a long way away, but they'll do a good job with their health bucket and get ready to go as much as we can, and just got to change and adapt as we get going on in the week with some of these guys' health. So it's our job to have good plans in place and put the right guys out there and put them in good spots.
Have there been any decisions made on injury list guys and if their practice window will open?
Not yet. Normally talk about that tonight, truthfully, Bo.
It seemed like the Titans got home with a lot of four-man pressures. What do you think the root causes of that were?
Four-man rush.
Yeah, four-man rushes, yeah.
Yeah, I think we got a little bit of technique, a little bit of firm it up, a little bit of hand placement, a little bit the ball's got to come out a little bit quicker. Make sure we're all coordinated going the right way when we need to go the right way. But yeah, I mean that's we got to make sure that we're not allowing the other team to affect our quarterback and drop back pass.
How do you think Michael Carter looked?
Pretty good. Pretty good. I thought he had some good runs in there, some good positive yardage. I thought our run efficiency was actually better this week. I thought him and Bam did a good job. Amari obviously had the home run there. That wasn't, but I have full confidence in all three of those guys.
What goes into coaching up the act of finishing a game? Like, does any part of practice this week change, just given those issues?
Well, we'll stick with our process, but the importance of obviously, all the games have come down here to the wire. And I showed the team that today, like, paint your own narrative, so to speak. It's like defense, we haven't come away. We haven't, besides Carolina, I think, right? The 49ers, Seattle, and then this last one, we've been in 2-minute mechanics, as I would call them, on defense and haven't got stops. But, it's a different point in the game, but we were in 2-minute mechanics at the end of the half and forced really a turnover on downs on that drive. So I know it's in there, and I know we can do it. Do we got to get in some different calls? Do we got to look at deploying people a little bit different? Do we got to do some different things? Those are things that we have to look at. Are the rushers where they need to be? All those things. But I know we definitely can do it. It's up to us to do it and close out the game when the defense is on the field. So there'll be urgency to make sure that we're on point with doing that.
Marv obviously had a very impactful first quarter, and I think the ball only went back to him one or two more times after that. Were you okay with the ball only going back?
Got to keep getting the ball to our playmakers. I would say that.